everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. As you guys can see, it's been a busy day for me, but that's because I was in the middle of my move and I got behind with all the Chantal content. So I posted a react to the first live that she did when she came back earlier today. And then I wanted to give myself a little break from reacting to her lives. I didn't want to get burnt out on them, just doing one after the other. And I didn't want to burn you guys out either. So I reacted to Neo Tarot, and I just posted one for Sunburst Tarot. And now I want to cover the second live stream she did back called Moving Mayhem. So before we get into that, let's recap on what she's doing now. So she is in her apartment, and of course she is hardcore grifting as usual. People told Chantal to make an Amazon wish list, which she did. And unlike some people who just put a few things on the wish list, she put everything under the sun on that wish list. Very expensive things. She wants the Beezers to furnish her entire freaking house. She put so many expensive things on there, and you guys are going to see that when I show you the Twitter peeps, which is going to happen in just a minute. So she's already asking for way too much from her viewers, and she's not going to go out and furnish her house. And speaking of things relating to home, remember how I've been saying that she can't wait to go see you know who? Well, there's a clip on Twitter right now, which I will show in the Twitter peeps, where she's already talking about going to the Orange Tulip. And where is the Orange Tulip? In Montreal. And what is also Montreal? Natter. So she is trying to find a way to make an excuse to go to Montreal and make it seem like she's going there for the Orange Tulip when she's not. She is probably going to go see the guy. The one with the green peen. Chantal, you're so obvious. You are so incredibly obvious. And aren't you the person that you claim to be a victim of DV? Yeah, you did. You claimed that for the longest. And yet, the person that you alleged hurt you lives in Montreal. And I would think, as a real victim, you would not want to be anywhere near them. You wouldn't want to be in the same city if you could help it. You're in Ottawa, he's in Montreal. I would think if you were a real victim, you would not want to go to Montreal at all. But yet here you are, very close to payday, and you want to go to the same city that he's at. So obvious is obvious, Chantal. You're planning a trip to go see Nads. When you get paid, you got the most money in pocket, and he'll probably want to come and see you. But that's going to go over well, isn't it? Yeah. I got a feeling that you're going to walk away mad. He's going to take all your money, and then he's going to say, bye, Felicia. See you later. But you'll figure that out on your own. You're going to see for yourself. But enough with the gib gab. How about we just get into the Twitter peeps, and I can show you guys what's going on Twitter. And speaking of Twitter, Chantal, I can always tell when you do boring live streams. You want to know how? Because despite the fact that you've done, 5 or 6 live streams already, there's not a whole lot on Twitter. People only put stuff on Twitter when there's something interesting of note. And despite the fact that you've done half a dozen live streams, there's really not much to talk about. Yeah, boring. Anyway, how about we get into Twitter peeps and let's do this thing. Okay, so now we're going to get into the Twitter peeps, and I got it all set up and ready to go. There's not a whole lot of stuff to go over because I am doing react after react, and she's not doing anything interesting. She's just basically puttering around the apartment. And the latest live stream she did, she's like, I'm here all alone, and I don't know what to do with myself. Chantal, hello? I'm in my own apartment, and I could find stuff to do. I'm sitting here doing reacts, but you could clean up the apartment. You could spend time with Smokey. You could sit there and do some low impact aerobics. There's a lot that you could do while you're there alone. You just don't know how to spend your time unless you're with a guy or eating or greened out. Like your variety of things to do in your spare time is just so limited that you don't know how to cope with yourself by yourself. But for those of you that are on Twitter, that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, WildGirlSarah. And let's start here with a post courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect, who gave us the recap on what happened in her latest live stream. And this is going to take a minute to go through all of this, but just to give you an idea about what Chantal did in the latest live stream, which I will get to later. Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty live stream recap, P, plaques, and payday. Foodie Beauty went live from her dimly lit dungeon bedroom. And if you were hoping for entertainment, congrats. You got to watch her mute the chat to make her double-sized bed. Riveting content, peak influencer energy. She then pans dramatically to poor Smokey the cat she's currently holding hostage for clout and threatens us with a cat YouTube channel. Oh my God. Really? Really, Chantal? You are just monetizing that cat? Are you serious? Anyway, because when you're a known animal neglector, the next logical step is monetizing the new victim. Speaking of monetizing animals, I'm just going to bring this to mind. When Chantal was in Kuwait, one of the main reasons why she got Harry the hamster is because she was wandering about on YouTube and she saw the different channels that had like a 24/7 animal cam, like kitten cam and puppy cam and stuff like that. And she saw that those channels were getting the views and they were making money. So the light bulb went off in her head and she thought, maybe if I get a hamster, I can set up a cam and people could watch Harry and be entertained and I could make money without doing a doggone thing. So she got Harry the hamster. And I guess she figured out that a 24/7 cam would be too much work. And so poor Harry just got sequestered back in that storage room all by himself and practically forgotten about. But now she's trying to do the same thing with the cat. The cat's not even been there a week and it still needs to be acclimated to the apartment. And she's not going to give it time to adjust and let it relax before she's monetizing it. Ugh. All right, moving on to the tweet. Immediately she launches into rage mode, denying that Smokey sprayed her bed last night. No, he wasn't peeing. He was waving hello with his tail. Chantal, I've had cats before, okay? And I've been around male cats and I've been around female cats, and they're not waving hello with their tails. The tail is not a hand, okay? It's a tail. They don't wave hello to you. If anything, if a cat is aggravated, it will switch its tail, and that's their way of giving you the middle finger. Sure, Jan, nothing says friendly greeting like ew, D, urine. She then swears off edibles, saying she got, quote, too high. Says she needs a break for her anxiety. We've heard this speech before, right? Before she disappears off cam for a prayer break and returns with pupils the size of saucers. Well, if she's taking a little break from edibles, maybe it's because she's been doing too much and her tolerance level is way the F up there and she can no longer get high off them, nor are they able to calm her down. So knowing Foodie, she builds up her tolerance to something and she stops doing it and she does something else. She might be candy flipping back and forth because she built up her tolerance to one thing too high too soon, then goes over to something else and then builds up the tolerance there and then jumps back to the original thing. As always, she keeps projecting her issues onto Smokey, calling him chubby checkers and fat butt, saying he goes boom, boom, boom when he walks. Girl, the irony is thicker than your ankles after a sodium binge. So she's already projecting hateful stuff onto the cat. Fantastic. Chantal. Then out of absolutely nowhere, she swerves into the Iran-Israel conflict, drops an, oh, well, we're all going to die someday, like she's a stoned geopolitical oracle, and goes back to rearranging trash in her corner of shame. PSA, no one comes to Foodie Beauty for hot takes on global politics. We're here for fart arcs and Stouffer's binges, not nuclear fallout. Yeah, like she keeps talking about different stuff, and it's like, why are you talking about that, Foodie? You know you don't care. Next up, e-begging. She pulls out a list of things she needs for her apartment. Pots, pans, salt shakers, but conveniently refuses to make an Amazon wish list. Instead, she wants raw cash because, let's be honest, that money isn't going to a saute pan. It's going to Green and whatever dessert Salat is hiding in, hoping his Wi-Fi cuts out forever. Well, she made an Amazon wish list. By the way, Beezers, just something to be known. You probably guys already know it, but I'm just going to say it anyway. If you're someone, you're moving into a new apartment, and let's just say you're tight for cash, there are all kinds of alternatives. Like going to a dollar store. You can get a lot of stuff at the dollar store, just basic essentials. And if you can't go there, if what you want isn't there, you can go to a Goodwill and get a bunch of stuff. And if Foodie cared, if she wanted just that bad, she could go to a dollar store and pick up stuff. She can go to a Goodwill and pick up stuff. And then whatever it is she couldn't get at either the dollar store or the Goodwill, then come online and put that on her wish list. You know, make an effort to spend her money so you guys don't have to spend your money. And she can get the things she needs a lot faster. And she's not begging so much, but she doesn't want to spend her money. She wants you guys to spend your money. Yeah. She brags about some big PayPal donation in Smokey's name, as if the cat has a checking account now. And when someone dares drop a mean comment in chat, the mods delete it. But Chantal, basking in her delusion, says leave it. Unless it's a blank threat, she doesn't care. After all, she has the handsomest husband, and she can throw down with her haters. Ma'am, you can't even throw a fitted sheet over your mattress without wheezing. Calm down. People in her chat mentioned that Salah ghosted her, and she instantly gets smug. He talks to me a million times a day. Really? Because we've seen you live streaming for 8 hours straight. Sleep, laugh, eating your way through Canada, and not once has that man made an appearance. He's more MIA than your dignity. Yeah, like he's no longer even modding in her chat, so what's going on with that? She zooms in on that cat again, saying she'll start the cat channel. Just kidding, or maybe not. Girl, just say you're broke and using your cat for rent money. Be real. Oh, yeah, definitely using the cat for rent money. More fat jokes about Smokey, more bizarre chit-chat. She plops on a Thailand hat, hangs up her fake YouTube plaque underneath the I gave up my cats for you wall art, which, by the way, is nailed up like a drunk raccoon did the interior design. Oh, God. She flashes her blackened toes again. Again, why? Waddles into the living room, pretends to clean just by moving items into new piles, and does this weird spinning motion that's somewhere between a dance and a beach ball caught in a cross breeze. She thinks being cute and whimsical is giving awkward 7th grade talent show. Yeah, I can see that. Back in her bed cave, she talks about how she has no appetite in Canada, says she was always hungry in Kuwait. Must be the stress. Sure, except we all just watched her inhale a family-sized Stouffer's lasagna like it was a light snack. And finally, she ends up rolling into her signature seal pose, giggling at nothing, talking in circles, and wasting everyone's time. No insight, no direction, just 3 hours of vibes, denial, and secondhand embarrassment. Another live stream, another board fest, another day in the tragic comedy that is Foodie Beauty. So that was the recap courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect. So does it sound like Foodie is doing anything exciting? Because I don't think so. Maybe that's why there's not a whole lot of stuff on Twitter. All right, this next clip from Fupa Loompa says Foodie Beauty is already making excuses to go to Montreal, y'all. She's already thinking of ways to go to Montreal. And you know what? You know what this is giving me vibes of? Remember that stream she did where she did practically the B&E on Natter? When she was going absolutely bananas? She wanted to go over and see Natter. So she had to find a reason to go over to his side of town. So she told people that she wanted to go late night to a dispensary and get something from the dispensary, someplace new that she had never gone. And she just happened to pick a dispensary near his house. She didn't want to say, I'm going over to check on Natter. I'm going over there to stalk Natter to see if he's there. She picked the dispensary and she said, she made the excuse, oh, this is not the place I wanted to go. But then she made a stop over at his house and she tried the doorknob and she tried to look in the windows and all of that. Yeah, it's giving me those vibes. I want to go see Natter, but I got to find a reason to go see him and cover it up with something else. So let's watch the clip.
Uber to go to Montreal, call Uber. I don't want to drive with a stranger all the way to Julep. How much would it cost for an Uber to hire an Uber go to Montreal and stay with us for an hour and then drive us back. What if I have to go to the bathroom? Actually, Montreal's only an hour, not 2. From Orleans, it's over 2 hours. Oh, my Toyo tried to wiggle it.
So already thinking before payday about how to get over to see Natter, get over to his side of town. And you got to know, even if she went to the Orange Julep, the memories are going to come back. The urge to see him is going to come back. The stalking urges are going to come back. I mean, she can't resist temptation. She's going to want to see him. They're going to meet up somewhere and they're going to talk. And this crazy thing is going to start all over again. All right. So remember we talking about she made an Amazon wish list. Well, here's one of the things that was on the wish list. Your mom's emotional support care. It says, Chantal, I pay, not you, to see you sit on one of those benches. It would fold up like an accordion under your weight. So here's what she put on her wish list. One of the things. So she put this bench, these 2 benches and this table. She wants that for the apartment. And I have to agree with emotional support carrot, because that does not look strong enough for Chantal. She needs something that's really strong that could take all of her weight. When she does furniture shopping, she really should consider her weight and how durable something is, and that does not look durable enough. That looks like something that would get easily damaged, that if it folded in the middle, it could potentially hurt her. But she's asking people in her Beezers to spend $200 to get her somewhere to sit and to eat. If she cares enough, she'll spend her own doggone money. Perfectly Imperfect says Foodie Beauty only stops reaching when she's high, because being high is the only thing that makes her world remotely tolerable. The second it wears off, the misery leaks out. She's not hearing from Salah. She has no control. And this Canada is for the best act, just we covered crap. I agree. She doesn't know where he's at. She doesn't know what he's doing, and she's a control freak, and she has no control over him. And I bet she's biting her already tiny fingernails, wondering, is he going to talk about me? Is he going to get mad at me? What's he going to say? And if he does say something about her, she can't stop that. She cannot stop that. Nana Spike T says, remember how in St. Julius and Heat meowing made Foodie Beauty? I have a feeling Smokies will be on her last nerve soon enough. Oh, and I'm no cat person, but according to Google, a neuter cat can spray. He's not waving to you, dummy. So here's some information about that. Yes, neuter cats can still spray, although it's less common than in intact cats. Neutering significantly reduces the likelihood of spraying, especially when performed before puberty, but it doesn't eliminate it entirely. Some neutered cats continue to spray due to other factors like stress, changes in their environment, or underlying medical issues. How do you know when a male cat is going to spray? The tail will quiver when they are spraying on something. If you see a cat with its backside aimed at the wall or couch and the tail is held bolt upright and it's quivering, then the cat has either already started or is about to begin spraying. So there you have it. Information about the spraying. And thank you for posting that. Ash Renee says she tells on herself so bad. Says putting photos of her and her husband is cringy. Remember the AI photo of them kissing and the music video photo montage of Natter? That's cringe. Chantal, Foodie, he's gone and you're still trying to pay him off. Really? Let's watch.
You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to put pictures up of us. I find that cringy. Hi, Michaela. You know what I mean?
All right, so moving on, we got this. This might have been a little slip from Chantal, or Chantal's a troll. Let's keep this in mind before anybody gets upset. Let's keep that in mind that Chantal, sometimes she does let things slip, but sometimes I think she acts like she's letting something slip when she's not. She's deliberately like putting things in conversation to troll girl world, to get everybody worked up, to get everybody upset, speculation, to add to speculation and get people worried. And she might have been doing that here. So L's RPH is, it's good for Julia to be with other cats. So I don't know if that's a true, honest slip, or she said that on purpose just to tick off girl world, because our minds are going to automatically think, oh, did you put her out on the street, Chantal? Did you dump her out on the street before you left? I mean, what do you mean be with other cats? Elaborate. Of course, she's not going to elaborate. She's not going to say, it's good for Julia to be around other cats, and she's with other cats because ... she's in a home with other cats, or she's at a shelter with other cats. No, she's just going to say that. That's deliberate, I feel. But let's watch the clip regardless.
It's good for Julia to be with other cats because, with her dad, because...
So which is it? Is she around other cats, or is she with Salah? Because I can't see him being a cat dad where he's got a place where he's living and he's got multiple cats running around. So which is it, Chantal? Is it with other cats someplace else away from him, or is Julia with him?
Number one, I didn't have time to prepare her for travel.
But that's not what you said earlier. I just did a react where you were claiming in the live stream that Julia had been microchipped. She was vaccinated. She had her passport. So what was the issue? Why didn't you bring her with you? She was all set and ready to go. All you had to do was just pay the fee to take her home. Why didn't you? She was fixed. What was the issue? But you're trying to say, I didn't have time to prepare her. What do you mean? You have plenty of time to prepare. At the very least, you could have found her a place to go before you left. But I don't want to speculate, even in my mind, what might have happened to her. Other tarot readers have said that she's okay. I have felt that she's okay, and I'm good with that. I'm not going to let Chantal win here. I'm not going to let her get me worried for Julia. Nope, not working. Daryl says, Tracy's gone rogue. This is her chat, and you got to play by her rules. So Chantal has a mod named Tracy TX. And Tracy, can I talk to you, Tracy? Not that you're probably going to listen, but I'm going to talk to you anyway. Girl, you are a subscriber on Chantal's channel. And just because you have mod status, and just because your name is in blue, and just because you have a wrench, and you have the power to kick people out, you need to know your place. You are not the content creator. It is not your channel. You're drunk with power, and you need to sit down. I have modded for other channels. But even though I have held a wrench multiple times, I was never drunk with power, and I always gave respect to the content creator that I was modding for. I understood it's not my channel. It's not my audience, but I'm helping to control the riffraff. I am helping to keep things fun and keep out people who want to ruin the fun. But you're over there drunk with power, and you think you rule the roost. You don't. Just as the wrench was given to you, it can be taken away. And you can be kicked out of her channel as much as anybody else. So if I were you, I would relax. Relax with the power control. Relax. Okay? Thank you. Well, there's her making her comments. Because somebody said that Tracy was insane. She kicked him out. She kicked him out. Kelly says, Foodie Beauty won't even buy this crap for herself, but expects her beezers to. Foodie Beauty has no shame at all. Nope. And here's Foodie saying she made an Amazon wish list. She says, okay, I made an Amazon wish list for the new beezer pad as requested by you guys. Here is the link. Well, you know what? People wouldn't have been requesting her make an Amazon wish list if she had come forward and acted like an adult and said, guys, I moved into a new place, but I'm good. I can do this. I'm in no immediate emergency need of anything. I'll do it all myself. That's what I'm doing, Foodie. Why can't you do it? And I'm a much smaller channel. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. But you have no shame, and that's part of your problem. But going to people and saying, buy everything in my apartment. You guys spend your money. Just shameless. Shameless. But if you had come forward and said, I don't need anything from anybody, I got this, there'd be no need for a wish list. None whatsoever. But there you are, acting entitled to other people's money again. And here's some more things she put on the wish list. What do we got? Look, we got a Ninja Air Fryer Pro for $119. You know what I'm noticing about all the things on your wish list already, Foodie? It's all expensive stuff, really expensive stuff. It's not cheap stuff. We got a dining table and chairs for $195. We got an Amazon Fire TV for $219. Wait a minute, what? Samsung Galaxy Tab 7-inch Wi-Fi tablet. These are not necessary items. These are like luxury items. You don't need an air fryer. You don't need that table. You don't need that Wi-Fi tablet. You certainly don't need that TV. This is not necessary stuff. How dare you? But knowing the Beezers, they'll be stupid and they'll buy it for you anyway. Bad Seed says, lol. Teardrop was asking Tracy, why did you time out Mary? Tracy says, she said I was freaking insane. Well, if the shoe fits, I guess you got to lace it up. Ash Renee says, the level of dependence on the chat, not just to pay her bills, but to entertain her is insane. The chin Spanx is holding her chin flat off her chest at this point. So here's a clip from the newest live stream. Yeah, boring.
Nothing to do.
You have nothing to do, we'll find something to do. Clean the place. Take care of Smokey.
Apartment. It is locked.
You know, for someone who just broke her toe, she sure is walking pretty good. I mean, I have no doubt she hurt her toes, but if her toes are broken, she should be walking on them.
Nothing to do.
And I want everyone to take note of the number. When this was recorded, she had 665 people in her chat, which is not bad for most channels. That's actually pretty good. But when you think about the first live stream she did back, she had like 1,000, 2,000 people. And now the numbers are dropping down to like the 500, 600. And give it another week, it'll probably be like 200 or 300 again. Yeah, boring. People are getting bored quick.
In this apartment.
Okay, you're stupid. We're leaving. All right, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. So let's go on to the live stream itself. And I'm going to shorten this bad boy by a lot because there's no reason to. Oh, it already is kind of short. But if I have to jump ahead, I will. That's why I like doing reacts by video, because I can jump ahead a lot. You know, cut out all of the dead spaces. And that's the cool thing about doing what I do. Anyway, so let's get going with this react to Foodie.
Oh, no, Diaz. Cleo, thank you for coming home. Well, I mean, Kuwait was my second home in a lot of ways. There's only one box right now. Look at my bed. Okay, I have another haul. I have a lot to do today. I'm going to be going to... I have a big order from Walmart coming. And
okay, you just told on yourself. So you have a haul right there that you're about ready to show people. Then you're also saying that you got a big haul coming from Walmart. So is one of the items that you're receiving from Walmart an air conditioning unit? Or are you still waiting for some stupid Beezer to buy you one? She's over there doing hauls. She's got money. Or somebody's giving her money, one of the two.
And since I didn't buy pots yet, what I'm going to do is I bought all stuff that I can put in the oven. So like I bought a shepherd's pie. Anyways, I'll show you guys later. Did you, Golden?
Foodie, I don't even know why you're bothering to get stuff for the kitchen. I mean, I can understand if you got spoons and forks and plates and glasses, but as far as stuff to cook with, I don't even know why you're bothering. You don't like to cook, and you've said so. So what is the point of getting pots and pans and so forth when you love your fast food and you know it? If there's anything you should be stocking up on, it's trash bags. Because if you think Mr. or Miss Landlord is going to put up with garbage all over the apartment and a roach infestation, you got another thing coming. Because if there's other people in the building and they're clean, which I'm sure they are, and then they start popping up with roaches because of you, ooh, there's going to be trouble. You might want to start picking up after yourself, because you live around other people, they don't put up with bugs the way that you do.
Girl, oh, I'm behind on my messages. I got so many on Instagram, but nice to see you. Hi, guys. Yeah. Now, later I'm going to do an Amazon wish list. But, like, some things I still need to get for myself, obviously. Like, I don't even...
Like what? Your wish list is huge. You practically listed everything you could put into an apartment on that wish list. You left nothing out. Somebody else had a tweet, and there was so much stuff on it that it was like little teeny tiny thumbnails. I can't even see what it was, but I just showed you guys a few of the items, and everything on there is expensive. Everything. There's no cheap items. It's all expensive stuff. So if you get something for Foodie, it's going to cost you quite a bit. It's not like little items and then big items. It's all really expensive items. She made sure that it was expensive. Greedy.
I can't rely on that, but I appreciate you guys offering to get some things. Yeah, thanks, Alicia.
And you know what, Foodie? You might have screwed yourself, because you probably put a lot of things out of other people's price range. Okay? You forget. Your viewers, they still have to pay rent. They got to pay their own bills. They have to support their families and do their car payments and mortgages and whatnot. You're not thinking about that. You're not considering your audience when you make a wish list like that. You're just seeing she should title her Amazon wish list, "How Stupid Are People?" Let's find out. Let's find out. The P.T. Barnum Amazon wish list, because P.T. Barnum, the saying for him was, there's a sucker born every minute, and Chantal is always going to look for them.
Pizza's at his house. Hey, Saber. Hi, everybody. Bill. Yeah, I know. On Twitter, eh? Okay. Marilla, Andre, Marie, Jen. Hi, guys. So, yeah. So I got a whole bunch of stuff to eat.
You know what? If she needed furniture, there have been people in her chat that gave her great suggestions. People saying, go to Facebook Marketplace. There's also Free Cycle, because people give away stuff there for free as well. All you got to do is go get it, or maybe you can talk to them and they can have it delivered to you. I don't really know. But there's Free Cycle. There is Facebook Marketplace. That's just extra work for her. She wants stuff, she needs stuff, but she doesn't want to work for it. She wants other people to work for it and pay for it and send it to her.
I got some Jamaican.
And like I said, I'm as someone that I have recently moved, I find that disgusting, because I've got a much smaller channel than her. And do you guys see me like begging? No, because I don't. And I will not. I'm a big girl. I got my big girl pants on, and I'm going to use them. I don't need nothing from nobody. If I want it, I'll pay for it. I'll get it. It ain't nobody's responsibility to take care of me and mine. I got this. But she's just a big old toddler with toddler thinking. And she expects people to take care of her. Even complete strangers on the internet that are not obligated to her in any way. You're disgusting, Chantal. Your well of shame has no bottom.
Beef patties. Like frozen ones. Facebook Marketplace, yeah. They don't deliver a lot of the time. Yes, I miss Salah a lot.
Have you looked? Have you gone on Facebook Marketplace to see where things are? There might be somebody near where you live that says, hey, I got this and I got that. And if you contact them and you explain your situation of like, hey, I don't have a car right now. If I throw you a few bucks, can you deliver it to me if it's something that I can't come pick up? They might work with you. Have you tried to look? No. Because you're like, I want all brand new stuff and I want people to buy it. You're not even trying to be resourceful and learn how to get stuff yourself.
Merci beaucoup. Gloomy egg, stinky person. Chef Ware, do you know? Because I don't know.
I think someone who gets a cat and brings the cat into the apartment without making sure that they are set up for said cat is crazy work. Like before your place is even set up, your first worry is I've got to get a cat to grift with and to get attention of before you get a full kitchen, before you get a dining room set, before you get a TV, before you get everything set up. Your first thought is I have to get a pet and bring them into my mess. Crazy work.
I have a pot or a microwave. So for those things, I got to get a microwave and an air fryer.
You don't need a microwave and you don't need an air fryer. Those are luxuries. Those are not necessities. A necessity would be pots and pans and food to cook in those pots and pans. That's it. Those are necessities.
I like Heinz baked beans. The curtains are cute. Thank you. I just wanted something like, not black. Halima, welcome to Very Important Beezers. Halima, ready, sit, bees. People live in the past. Hey, Rhonda, I have people sending me like screenshots of when people do really weird things just for my safety.
You're still going with that story? I have people sending me screenshots. Chantal, you're such a coward. Why can't you admit that when you're not on camera, on YouTube, doing a live, you spend all of your time bored scrolling all over the place on social media? Why can't you just be honest and tell the truth and say, like, I am scrolling all over Twitter, YouTube, all the React channels, all the archive channels, all the clip channels. I am everywhere. I'm every place, gathering my own receipts, looking to see what people are saying, looking to see what people are posting. Why do you insist on lying? People don't send you stuff. You look for stuff.
Barbara, I shouldn't have to live this way. All right? I shouldn't have to live this way. I can't strike them, SIGH or whatever. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce that right. Because there's no copyright. They're going to make you go to court. No way. But maybe for some other things. But I got to settle in. Hey, Monica.
She knows she can't strike anybody. On what basis and what grounds could she strike us? We're over here following terms of service. She's not. She hasn't been. And for some reason, YouTube, they look the other way with Chantal, and they've been doing that for years. But we follow the terms of service. We don't go too far. But she is right, though. If she tried to pursue something against a YouTuber, it would be a whole process that she doesn't have the time for, doesn't have the energy for, and it wouldn't go anywhere. It would just be a waste of time. So might as well just leave us alone, Foodie.
I'm showing you too much of my apartment right now. I'm kidding. Thank you, Missy. I have no idea, Kiana. I don't know our plans, so. They contacted probably every shelter, every SPCA. Don't give a cat to Chantal Thoreau. Oh, look at you. Like, there's people on Twitter literally posting doxing. Like, if that was me doxing people, oh, welcome to them.
What do you mean, if it was me doxing people? Or you're trying to paint this picture now like you never doxed anybody, you didn't have people working for you or align with you that didn't dox people on your behalf, like Missy Mooo going after people? Or what about you going after Perfectly Imperfect and her family and her children, going so far as to make stock accounts using her children's pictures? How about that? You want to talk about that? You don't want to make mention of that. Making all kinds of comments, pretending to be her children, having her job contacted. But no, that wasn't you doing the doxing, huh? You don't do that, liar. You sure do. You dox people. Yes, ma'am. And if you're not doing it yourself, you have other people do your dirty work, like Natter. Remember Natter? 140 privacy complaint strikes against the channels. Yep. And why was he doing that on your behalf? Because you're looking out for yourself. You don't want to go after people yourself and then kick an angry hornet's nest, and then all the hornets come swarming at you. So you use somebody else's hands to do your dirty work. And at that time, Natter was your cat's paw. You went to him and said, I don't like these reaction channels. I don't like these clip channels. I don't like these channels, period. They're making more money than me. They're getting more attention than me. And they're messing up my narrative. They're messing up my story. So go after them. And maybe you can scare a few of them off the internet. Well, you can't scare us all away. You absolutely cannot and will not. But you use other people to do your dirty work, to act as your spies. And Natter tried it, and he didn't get anywhere. What happened to him, though, and this is something that stupid idiot didn't think about, by going after the different reaction channels, what that means, what that meant, is nobody's going to touch him with a 10-foot pole now. That if he did a live or video exposing all your tea, nobody can react to him. He won't get any side views out of it. He won't get any side attention out of it. If we did cover it, it's going to be like a recap, not showing his face, not showing his voice. We're going to do like a text or like a voiceover ourselves, but he's not going to be shown. So no attention for his channel. He screwed the pooch on that one. He screwed himself over. And maybe that's what you wanted, Chantal. You want him codependent on you, and you want to make sure that his channel did not grow so that he would forever be turning to you for money. So to make sure that he never grew, you used him to do your dirty work, knowing the fallout and what it would mean for him. Maybe he didn't think about that at the time, but he's dealing with it now. Hardly anybody watches him and nobody really cares. And maybe he might be codependent on your money. But it's all because you went to him and had him do the dirty work, didn't you? So tell me again about you don't dox people.
No, Josie, I do like my new place. Imagine the outrage, right? No, I'm living by myself. In an apartment, not a room or a closet. Thank you. Am I being sassy? You're going to get sassy sorrow. You're going to get sassy sorrow. That's what you're going to get for a while now.
Sassy's not good enough. We had 3 years of boring Kuwait nonsense. We deserve more than sassy. Don't y'all agree? Don't we deserve more than sassy? Sassy ain't good enough no more. 3 years of boredom. Don't we deserve more than sassy? I think we do. And if you want to give us the good stuff, Chantal, you got to go full on old school foodie beauty. You got to do it. You want those views, you want that money, you have got to stop this nonsense, this fakery, this cosplaying. You got to cut it out. You are not a Muslim woman. You never had the faith in your heart. You're not true to the faith. So it's high time you take off the abaya and the hijab and just be your doggone self.
Okay. Hi, Ashby. You do not need beans. Yeah. Who does that? They did that to DLF, yeah. I'm hyper and you're going to get it. You can get ass pats any day. Scrape coat. Oh, my foot. Jenny, I'm not talking about our plans right now, but Chantal being gone from work. Golden girl, I know. No, I wouldn't leave because of the war. I think it was in our best interest, actually, because create chaos gossip. Oh, look, I'm very smart. These are ready to say these. I'll probably do a members only stream later. So I did get some bunch of things at Dollarama. Spent like $100 at Dollarama, okay? On like stuff I don't like buying. Been a long time. Shouldn't have left. The black toes. Not great. My foot hurts. I got a dish rack. Yay. Oh, I think my mom got me these. Where is it? I gotta show you these. Yes, I have a fat head and it's hard to turn it. I don't have a car. My mom got me these, I think, a couple of years ago. I forgot about them.
Here we go with the show and tell stuff again. Chantal, do you think you're so important that even when you buy everyday mundane items that it's just wow for the rest of us? It's not. It's really not. And when you do the show and tell stuff, it's obvious what's going on. You are just running up the meter. You think that by doing the show and tell that eats up some time so that you don't have to come up with interesting conversation. The show and tell stuff at 41 is old, it's boring, it's overdone. Cut it out. Do something interesting.
Pickle sauce. It's gonna be Box Mountain, but I gotta put my we gotta put the recycle in recycling. But they're like long, so they might not fit. Pickles.
Okay, I'm already bored. Let's move along. I'm trying to get past her show and tell time.
Yeah, they're not bad, eh?
Like she's not even talking to the audience. She's just busy like picking stuff up and showing it. So let's just get away from that.
Let me try my mics, but if you try, go out and come back and see if that helps. Hi, Lan. Hi, Lan. Let me try my microphone because it's dead. My mics are dead. Let me see if they're working. Oh, are they dead? I think they're okay. I gotta charge them, that's for sure. Or do I? Oh yeah, they're dead.
By the way, Chantal, we're about 14 minutes into your live stream. Understand that people that are coming on YouTube, that they're looking around for different channels to subscribe to. If they see a new channel that they've never been on before, they may take like 5 minutes checking out the content. And if the content or the creator doesn't snag their interest within a few minutes, they move on. If they go to a channel like, this is really boring, this does not look like anything that I would really get into, I'm not even going to subscribe. So we're about 15 minutes in and there's nothing interesting going on here. I don't think you understand how many people you lose by being too boring. Like how many people have been lost that could have stayed on your channel, that would have stayed had you had interesting content, but you lost them because you insist on being boring. Oh, shoot. I screwed up. My bad. I can get back there, though. It's all good.
Look at my setup for my bed. It was actually really, really, really comfortable. Like, not gonna lie. Twisty Misty. Hey, Casey. Yeah, true. True, Mary. I didn't get a cooking pot. Hey, the internet.
Why didn't you get a cooking pot? you got a dish dryer before you got a cooking pot? Where are your priorities?
I have a cookie sheet and things I bought to eat. Like I have a crock pot so I can make stews and stuff like that. No, I have not done edibles today. Does your CPAP have a name now? Apartment tour? Probably not. He's busy right now. I got ice trays.
You want a cookie for getting all the household items? We're not going to give you one.
Cornwall pizza. Nicole. Those plates are pretty. Thank you. Cold bottled water in my CPAP. Oh, yeah, I got to do that. Okay. So, yeah, my bedroom. Broken Revenge. No treadmill. Yeah, I have a toothbrush, but I actually don't have toothpaste.
She was just at the Dollarama and she didn't get toothpaste. What? Who does that? Who goes without toothpaste? You got a dish strainer, you got socks, but you didn't get toothpaste. Your teeth probably have more fuzz on them right now than a sweater.
Just noticed that this morning when I went to brush my teeth. I forgot my toothpaste somewhere, and so I'm getting that today. Toothpaste. I have laundry detergent, softener, dryer sheets, towel. What else did I buy? I think I got a shower curtain.
Okay, this is all boring talk about her just talk about the different items that she bought, and I really don't care.
Mysterious.
More Chantal priorities, because stuff to spray on yourself when you haven't taken a shower and you don't want to bathe is more important than, say, toothpaste.
So yeah.
Anything involving cleaning yourself or keeping yourself clean or being hygienic, let's forget about that. Let's just buy stuff to cover up the dirt and mask the smell of dirt and filth and sweat. Got to get that.
I slept very well. No hauntings. It was pretty cold in the morning because it's like, I don't know. I'm surprised mornings in the summer are cold here. Yes. Britney Spears. Really? Hey, Golden. My Smokey. I can't believe people really are that sad searching up cats online that you don't even know,
Yeah, once she talked about the cat. See, again, Chantal, it starts with you. What you could have done was, if you were going to get a cat, don't let anybody know and don't talk about it. Don't give any details, but you gave a lot of details. You said it was a tabby. You said that it was obese. You said its name was Smokey. And people were immediately going to all of the organizations in Canada and looking to see if there was a cat to be adopted named Smokey. And if they found one that looked like him, they were sending messages to everybody saying, please do not let Chantal adopt a cat because she is a bad owner. And where you may look at it as cow tipping and somebody touching the poo, I look at it as there are people in girl world that care about animals, that know your history, that know what a bad owner you are, and they just don't want yet another animal to suffer. And they are trying to stop you from making another animal suffer, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to make the animal suffer, and then you might abandon it, and nobody wants to see that happen. So it's about protecting an innocent life, because you're not going to do that. You're not going to protect it.
The one or not. Dude, just go about your day. I know, CM. MFW's cat Smokey. Smokey Mokes? Yeah, I don't like the name Smokey. No, YouTube lover. Hello, by the way. I haven't heard it. No. Guys, Smokey is going to be very well taken care of.
At least as long as he's making money for you, you'll take care of him, maybe. But the moment he's not making money for you, or if he becomes a pain in the butt or a nuisance, or he annoys you, that's when you'll stop taking care of him. And if he's spraying the apartment, that is probably going to get on your last nerve. And the next thing you know, we're going to hear about you took Smokey back to the people that let you adopt him in the first place, which will be really sad because he's already been rehomed 3 times. And I hope that Smokey eventually finds someone that will understand and be able to take him in and take care of him, because he seems like a sweet boy. It's just that he's been bounced around a lot, and I'm sure he's stressed out because of that.
I saw someone be like, you can't even afford what? I literally am in, like, do you know how expensive it is to move into a new place in friggin' Ontario? Like, I'm pretty sure I can feed a cat and
You're not in Ontario though. You're in Ottawa.
I know it's more than that, but Smokey is too big and adjacent. I haven't met him. I mean, I'm not rich, but you don't have to be rich to be a pet owner.
Okay, now this person's got a bad suggestion. This person, Cat Lou, says, would you ever get one of those robot kitty litter cleaners for the sake of Smokey? I've seen the self-cleaning boxes. Now, if this person is talking about the flat ones that the cat gets into and they just step in and then they do their thing and then they step out, those are fairly okay. But as far as the ones that have like the top that the cat can get into, I don't recommend those, and I'll tell you why. Because I've heard horror stories about the boxes that have the top, that have the sensor, that I've heard of cats getting caught in the opening and the owner's coming home and the cat is not alive. The cats get caught in the box, their neck gets caught. So I don't recommend those boxes at all. So if anybody out there that you're listening to me and you have a box like that, I would not be using it, because sometimes the sensors, they do not work, or the cat gets scared because they hear the sensor or something and then they can just get caught. I would say get rid of a box like that. Don't trust it.
You know, as long as they're taken care of. Lizzie. Ontario, yeah. I should give him a new name. Hey, Gigi, I don't think he gives a crap about the name Smokey. He probably doesn't even like it either. Let's do him a favor. Let's pick a name. Oh, Amazon wishlist, Jude. Yeah.
You know what Chantal's thinking over there right now? Free stuff that I didn't have to pay for. How many suckers do I have in my audience that'll pay for free stuff? I get free luxury stuff without spending a dime. It's Christmas in July.
No, I'll bond with him. He's really friendly, I guess. Ew. All right, what are we going to... No, I'm not vegan. Me? Suzmir, hello? He's 6 years old. We have the same body shape. Totally.
Is that, I have to ask, Chantal, is that the reason why you wanted an obese cat? Because you're obese yourself and you felt like you guys had something in common? You know, obese cat, obese owner, that he would be as unhealthy as you. Is that why you chose him? Or was he simply the only cat that you can get your hands on as quickly as you needed him? The fact that he had been rehomed 3 times and whoever had him, they wanted to maybe get rid of him for some reason. I don't know the situation with Smokey. It just seems weird that she did not choose a healthy cat. She chose an obese cat who might have health issues, that needs an owner that maybe will put him in better health, and she's not the one for that. Why did she choose Smokey? Why exactly did she choose that cat?
Rename him. Long vowel sounds. Let's call him Ew. Pickle. I want like a cute name. I think he has a fuba.
The cat's not even in the building yet, and you're already projecting yourself onto that cat. And I haven't reacted to the rest of your stuff yet, but you're already making disparaging remarks about the cat. You're projecting your negativity onto an innocent animal.
Oh, really? Okay. Cat names. There for 24 months. I like Gouda Smoky and Gouda Smoked Gouda. That is such a good idea.
And you guys want to see an example of the sick idiots that are in her chat? So here's one right here. Lizzie says, when will we get another mukbang? Why is it so important for you beezers to watch her eat? What is the matter with you? You got a food fetish. Why do you want to watch her eat? She's not the daintiest eater. Why is it so important for you to watch her eat? To stuff her face full of calories and become more unhealthy and do more self-harm content. This is what I'm talking about. She's got food fetish people in her audience that even though they know she's over 500 pounds and she's unhealthy, they want to encourage her to eat. See what I'm talking about, Foodie? You call us the haters? There's one right there. They know you got an issue with food and yet they're like, eat for me, eat for me, eat for me.
Groceries and stuff from Walmart.
Yes, I am zipping ahead a lot through this because it seems like it's a bit boring. If it's a short react, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We don't have to be here all day.
Where did you move to? Oh, my foot. The Walmart haul?
And here's another beezer idiot. Alona Ball says, now that you're home, we need a 420 bees. So on top of encouraging her to eat, they're like, we need you to get high in front of us. Come on live and be high. Why? Why are you guys encouraging her to eat and get high in front of you? Why do you need to see her do that? As if she needs to do that.
Maybe. Yeah, I shouldn't. Of a cat in need. Yeah, exactly. Again, instead of seeing that I was trying to be nice about the kitten, they think that it was a grift. Like,
it was a grift. It absolutely was, because the kitten wasn't even in your house. You snatched it up as fast as you could and you were making it your way to the car and you're already thinking of ways to grift with it. Telling people to send you PayPal donations to pay for stuff at the vet, even though the cat was not at the vet yet. There were no bills. There were no determined expenses. You couldn't show a receipt of money that was spent on the cat. You were already saying, send me money ahead of time to cover expenses, of which there was no total. You were already trying to find each and every way in your head to get money out of people using an innocent baby who is still nursing off its mother. So yeah, you had wrong in mind that day.
their mind just always goes negative. I don't know how they live like that. Hey, flatulence. The shadows are moving in a strange way. Cheddar. Yeah. They actually have a legit reason, Spudnik. I can't really say right now. I think I'll wait till I have him. Yeah, Nina. Yeah. They go on SPCA, I think it was Toronto, and we're messaging them. Don't let Foodie Chantal Sarot adopt a cat.
Good job, Girl World. Even though it's impossible to block her from every avenue of adopting a pet, I say good job. Let everybody be aware that she's on the hunt for an animal to use to grift. And if we block her a little bit, I'm okay with that. Because enough animals have already suffered under her. She doesn't need any more. So we make it a little harder for her, good.
I might have to get my foot checked out.
You know what? I think it's pretty freaking sad, Foodie, that you do have a 100K plus channel and you have like 4 or 5 merch stores and you've got your cameos and you've got the feedy stuff you do on the side. You've got like 4 or 5 streams of revenue that you could utilize to make money. But instead of utilizing all those streams of revenue and working really hard and making money just using that, rather than rely on yourself and use yourself to make money, you turn towards animals to make all the money for you, you lazy fool. Rely on yourself, not innocent beings, to make your way.
Tracy. Can we name the ghost? Yeah. Okay, I have to put a disclaimer. This is a ghost disclaimer. You're welcome to inhabit these walls with me.
Oh, shut up. I don't know if there are ghosts in the house. I seriously doubt that. But if there are ghosts in the house, if there are spirits, they're going to stay away from Foodie because, like, she's the scariest demon of all.
Zach Bangins. Really, Kendi? Oh, Jins. Oh, yeah. My husband asked where your man is. I told him on the lamb. What? It's not on the lamb. Pause in Chicago had much smack to talk about Kuwait. They have no.
Oh, and another thing, Chantal, and this just crossed my mind. If you're renting an apartment, which you are, I don't recommend hotboxing the place, smoking the green up in there, because that's going to be noticeable. I'm sure Mr. or Miss Landlord is not going to be too thrilled if they're coming into your apartment and they're smelling a combination of cat spray and green products or whatever else you might be smoking. Like if you make that place stink, they may tell you to move out.
Flex, yeah.
And I don't even recommend smoking regular cigarettes in the apartment either, because all that's going to do is make the paint really yellow and they're going to have to repaint the place. And guess what? If they have to do that, they will charge you money for the repaint. I'm just saying.
Don't speak to it. Ski masks. I got to be careful with my toes with diabetes, yeah. Ghost bees. Went for Hodge. Yeah, it's really good water. It's, didn't get soap. Yeah, I know it's great. Thanks, Samantha. Samantha? Great Value is good? Really? I never tried Great Value, to be fair. Who's Bosch? They work at Paws? Threatened your American Beezers. They're like going all ham. Like, I never said anything. All I did was message them and say, hey, I just found out about you. Can you help with this cat? And I'm offering you the money. And they freaked out. Like,
yeah, because you broke the laws and you pretty much confessed to breaking the laws because you're an idiot.
Well, I don't know what to say.
You admitted out loud, yes, I took money for the cat. Yes, I grifted money when I shouldn't have because accepting donations is illegal. You outright said that.
I'd named him something like Dainty Dan. Oh, yeah. No, it's for their clout chasers. Every single one of ya.
Chantal, I hate to break it to you. You know what? I take that back. I don't hate to break it to you. You don't have any more clout. Someone needs to break the news to you. You have no more clout. You don't have the star power on YouTube that you think you do. If you did, you'd be swimming in money right about now for yourself, but apparently you're not. So clout where? Clout how? Explain. What clout? You got a channel on YouTube, big whoop-de-deal, and you make a little bit of coin, but there's a lot of channels that make more than you. and they've got more of a claim to clout than you do. Claim where? Clout how? I need to know the answer to that question. The reaction channels get more attention than you do these days. And that's your fault because your content is boring. And you're determined to keep it boring. And it's probably not going to change until you figure out at some point, I need more money. I need more views. This isn't getting it done. I'm being boring and people are bored with me. They are burnt out on the boring content. I have got to do something big. There's something big that I should have done when I got back to Canada. And I was just too lazy and too stoned to do it. You're going to get to the point of desperation where you're going to be forced out of your comfort zone and you're going to have to do something drastic. And then we might see something different. But it only hurts you if you continue to be boring. You're the one that suffers the most with the lack of views, the lack of money, the lack of everything. You're making yourself suffer more so than you're making the reaction channel suffer. Understand that. But if you want to make yourself suffer, be my guest. But considering the fact that you need money, you can't suffer for too much longer. You got to do something.
One toe. Thanks, Bill. No, Vegas, you're not blocked.
Like this stream by itself was one big nothing burger with a side of nada fries. A nothing burger with a side of nada fries. There was nothing here. There's nothing to really talk about. It's just you being in your new apartment. You're bored and you don't want to do anything. So you're just making boring chit chat with your beezers. You're not trying to entertain them. You're not making interesting conversation. You're just watching the meter go up and you're trying to figure out in your head how much Google AdSense money you're going to get for this video.
Set up an Amazon wish list for your house, Ghostbusters. Thank you, Ghostbusters. I plan on doing that. Yeah, it's a male cat. A fat-ass male cat. You know who he reminds me of? Oh my gosh, it's like full circle, man. Feebirds. He's like Feebirds, my first cat. My first fat cat, gray cat. Romeo and Julia. I do like the name Romeo. I took what was done. Captain Greybush. It wasn't even that serious. You were trying to help the cat. They turned it around. If it was someone else, it would have been different. Exactly. I got a single seat on the plane and I had to sit beside somebody the whole time. And the tray, okay.
Of course, she's going to say she only needed one seat. But here's the interesting thing about that. I remember a while back, there was a big debacle that for a while, she did get away with just buying one seat. And then she happened to take flights where there might have been a seat next to her that was empty. So she could get away with just, in a way, kind of getting 1.5 seats without paying for the other half of the seat. But she also, I remember one flight, the plane got held up because of her, because she took somebody else's seat. But I don't believe for a second she can fit herself into one seat comfortably. That would just be bad for her. That would be dangerous for her. So if she needed 2 seats, of course she's not going to say that. She is at a size where she needs 2 seats to be comfortable, to be safe, and everybody else around her to be safe. But she'll never say it. She'll never say, I'm big enough that I need 2 seats.
I did something I never do before. Jacinta, thank you. Hubert, thank you, Jacinta. I never, usually when I'm on a long flight and I'm sitting beside somebody, if I don't have 2 seats, like before,
A confession, she needs 2 seats.
when I didn't have 2 seats, like, you know, I wouldn't eat. I would just have, like, if they had something handheld, I would eat that, but the tray never came down. So this time, I didn't care. This time, it was like a full plane. It was like last minute, right? I booked for the next day. So the tray comes down, but it's right against my gut. So I had to like suck in and just keep it here and eat like this. I didn't care, man. I was hungry. And the food on Qatar Airways is so good. Yeah, Kozu. Thank you. A lot nice.
You know, she's talking about, oh, poor me. I got on a plane and I had all these difficulties. Chantal, you made the choice to eat yourself to nearly 600 pounds. And so, because you chose that life, you made the choices with your diet to where you're gaining a bunch of weight. Then you have to deal with certain difficulties that come with that. So don't expect anybody to feel sorry for you if the first choice started with you and was decided by you to get yourself to a size where you would need 2 seats or a seatbelt extender or this or that. That's the life you literally wanted.
Nicer than Smokey. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna be mean to. Let's not be mean to Smokey, I should say. And don't fat shame him.
Who in the world is messaging her? What is going on there? Like, her phone is going all the way off. You got notifications on somewhere. Somebody's sending you messages. Like, are you talking to Nads right now? Is that why you're in a good mood?
I gotta turn my thing off. Ugh. My thing is out for delivery. What time is it?
You know what? If it is Nads, he's right on time. Y'all remember in Crackhead Olympics? Nader would be all over her like a rash right before payday, sending her messages, calling her, wanting her to come over, because he knew that he had to be that way. That if he didn't catch Foodie right when she got her money, if you leave her alone with a paycheck within about less than a week, it's all gone. So if he wants a share of that, he's got to be all over her and snatch up his share before she spends it on food.
Is it?
So she probably talked to him and said, Nads, I'm in Canada. I'm about to get paid. I'll be paid on Monday. And so he's keeping tabs on that. He's like looking at his watch. I'm like, okay, you're getting paid on Monday. We got to meet up Monday. Bet you that.
Oh, it's 3:16. That's right.
Oh, T. Sky Fieri says Lisa P is a mod and member for Milky now. FYI. The Beezers are telling on each other. I love it. Well, you know what, Sky? Tracy was over in Milky's chat more than once. And I don't know why. I don't know why that Tracy's going over there, to spy for Chantal, to just keep ears and eyes on the community. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. Like the Beezers, those of you that are in her chat, that you think that by going into other reactor chats or even tarot readings and all that you're doing a service for Chantal and she's going to appreciate you that much more and she's going to look at you with more favor. You're wrong. She don't care. She don't care. You're not doing what you think you're doing. But you can go ahead, go where you want to go. I'm just letting you know. You're not getting the extra bonus points with Chantal you think you are. She's not going to give you a wrench if you don't already have one. Doing all that spying and lurking around.
Okay. I better get off of here for now. Okay.
Is she in the kitchen? She's in the kitchen. Not the kitchen?
Ordinary. Thank you, guys. Hold on, guys. Oh, a super chat I missed. Oh, I missed a few super chats. Jacinta, thank you. Sky Fieri. Lisa P. Is that true?
Oh, you're in trouble, Lisa.
Super chat. Hissy Fits, wishing you many blessings on this next chapter of your life. Thank you. Face still being pissed on.
So Face still being peed on, says Chantal, is it legal for the reaction channels to stream your content while you're still live? It just seems so unethical. It is legal. and it's within the terms of service. It's called restreaming, and yes, it is allowed. Chantal hates it when we do that, but Beezers, you got to understand something. Look, I get it. Some of you were not around during Crackhead Olympics. Chantal is someone that when she does lives, she has a tendency to dirty delete. So because she's got this propensity for dirty deleting things, sometimes the reaction channels will react to her in real time while she's live, because if anything happens of note, they can capture it while it's there. Because if we try to be polite and wait for her to finish before we react to her, the live might be gone. Like, we cut our teeth on her dirty deleting ways during Crackhead Olympics. We know her. We know her. If something happens or she blurts out at the mouth and she says something she's not supposed to, she will get rid of it immediately. So if we want to react to the live or the video, we got to get it when it's there. So don't get mad at us for not waiting our turn at the table. She created that whole system by not leaving things up. So no, it's not illegal. Not at all. If it were, we'd all be gone.
I don't know. I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. Sadly.
There is nothing you can do about it. How about that?
So see this space here? This goes over here, and I'm thinking of putting a little living area here.
What are you talking about? You're thinking about putting a living area in there. You want your Beezers to furnish your entire house. So if anything shows up off that wish list, it wouldn't be you buying stuff and you putting stuff in the house. It would be them putting stuff in the house using their money. And you know what's going to suck for the Beezers? You know what's going to suck, Beezers? And here's something else to consider, Beezers. Listen, she just moved in. And she's already showing signs that she's going back to her stagnant, stoned, don't want to do anything, don't want to work ways. She's asking all of you to buy furniture for her home, and there's no guarantee that she's going to be staying there. Meaning, she's there for now, but if she doesn't have the rent that's due on the 1st, by the 1st, or maybe by the 3rd or the 5th, she might get kicked out. So if I were y'all, I would hold off on buying expensive things for Foodie. Just see if it works out first before you buy her anything, because you never know. Like, she might spend all of her money on edibles and natter and whatnot, and the next thing you know, she's crying for food and shelter and saying, I'm being evicted because I couldn't make the rent money and woe is me. So I wouldn't be buying expensive anything for her right now. You don't know if she's going to be sticking around.
I picked up some things. Oh. I don't have AC.
Well, you should have got AC first, didn't you? I mean, you love AC. Why didn't you get an AC unit before you got anything else? It's because you're waiting on someone to buy the AC unit for you.
There's no AC.
And I don't have AC. I have a swamp cooler and it works fantastic. I stay nice and cool. Priorities. If it's a priority, you'll spend money on it.
Oh, Artemida, you're not blocked. Okay, I'm going to get off for now. Corn chowder. Because I really have to go. Like, I'm going to be doing stuff in here, so my foot is bad. But I'm going to come back. Don't worry. Not too long from now. Well, yeah, welcome back, Queen Bees. We miss you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have glasses, yeah. Corvus, Paul Bees.
Okay, she's done and I'm out and it's okay. So that was not a long react. That was like an hour and 26 minutes total with the Twitter peeps. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the shorter reacts. I got stuff to do. We don't need to be here all day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.